Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to part 3 of the Kingdom Come Deliverance walkthrough, including all DLCs and tips and tricks. So I've got a lot of experience with this game. I think I've got I think I've got about 400 hours on it. That's a bit embarrassing, I know, but it's that good of a game. It's the kind of game you can easily spend a couple hundred hours, no, about 100 hours on each walkthrough, simply because there's so much side content, and it is addicting, and it's worth doing, and you never get bored of it. So I've been able to come back several times, and I'm still loving it now, even while I'm explaining everything to you guys. So let's get straight into it. We'll talk to the father, and we'll continue with the main story.
Yeah, about time.
I have charcoal.
Good job. Where have you been with that ale?
Yeah, so now, as I said, the ale does have a shelf life. When you muck about like that, you'll have to go buy another. But at this point, we've got over 500 groschen, and the beer will cost me like 1 groschen. So that's really no issue. We've made hella profits on this. We can also pay off the apothecary debts that we're going to have to pay in the future when we get smashed around by Runt. Hello, Bianca.
Look at the state you're in.
I'm back.
I can...
I need another...
You want me to...
Right?
Good luck then. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, so it was only 0.2 groschen, and it's not taken much of our time to go and do that. So these tips and tricks, yes, it does require you spending a lot of time in Skalitz. However, you'll easily find that everything you've learned here will make not necessarily smooth sailing, but much smoother, because on your first playthrough, it's a huge learning curve. The combat is hard, and in a lot of games you can easily fight 20 people as one guy, but on here you'll find that every enemy is as strong as you, so you need skill, wits, patience and stats to fight them, as well as gear. So with everything I've taught you, you should now have a lot easier time and die a lot less times. And it may even come through that I've saved you time, because as there's no saving system, you actually lose progress when you die. So obviously you can save with saver snaps, and that's what I've taught you in the previous episodes. So if it's been a while since your last save and you've done so much content, you could easily be smashed back 2 hours of time. And so yeah, this 2 hours that you've invested in Skalitz could easily have you save time later on in the game, as well as a lot of frustration. So let's get straight into the main story.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Absolutely.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
Potentially?
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house.
Oops.
He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologize to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
That was one stern talking
So you think
to.
it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument.
Ain't that the truth?
Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I've never liked the fact that we have literally 0 in maintenance skill, despite being the blacksmith's son, who actively helps our dad blacksmith. Like, I understand that it's so we can train up, but it's a bit awkward and weird.
Good. Once more.
This must be so risky for Henry, though. Like, that sword,
That's
what
it.
if you touched it with your bare hands,
Done.
that would easily stick to your hand. And
Now
completely
file it down
burn the
so
way
it sits
through.
well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
That is true.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Fits perfectly on the tang.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Right.
Henry, are you all right?
Hello, Teresa. Nice. So Teresa is actually kind of like a love interest for Henry later on. These are the nails for Teresa. Bandages, marigold, decoctions, and saviour schnapps. So we now have how many saviour schnapps? I can't do maths, but I think that's 13. And we've also got 8 marigold decoctions. So I think we're set for a while, lads. That just shows you that all my tips and tricks have paid off. Otherwise, you might have like 4 at the very end of this rather than the 13.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Yeah, you can see him staring.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let him
commoner?
try it.
You can see the incredible skill in those swings, and as well as like the way that it hits the pole, and you can see he's a bit of a failure. Pretty much anyone untrained, that's what it would be
You
like
still
in
have a
real
lot
life.
to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
That don't sound good.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Oh, that's never good. An army's at our door. Don't worry though, lads. You're not going to have to fight this army. I swear their arrows were about to land on their horses, their horsemen.
Listen to me, Al. The Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No! You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Oof! Straight through the throat. That was bad.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Keep
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
Those two guys next to the hay bale, they should really move faster. Oh, Daddy is a really good swordsman. Oh, damn. And that's why you should wear armor, lads. Ooh. These guys are what? That was a bit overkill, wasn't it? She's just a village mother. Why literally gang up on her with like 6 people and stab her repeatedly? Oof.
hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Find a horse! Ride to town, Lurk! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Right, ladies and gentlemen, so a lot of our preparation, the reason we've started out well in Skalitz has been for this moment. So normally, at this point, you'd die if you even tried fighting a single enemy Cuman. But now, I'm going to show you what it's like to kill every single enemy Cuman on the map. So let's get straight into it. And obviously, we're going to be using our bow, because we still haven't got the Ripostes yet. Oh, we're overloaded. How'd that happen? Oh, damn, it's because that thing weighs. No! What have you done to me? Oh. Oh, no. Okay. We'll drop all this. What else can we drop to make space? Okay, we'll drop this. Because we've currently got Radzig's sword equipped. Okay, actually, I've gone past the place I normally go to. So let's start shooting him straight in the face. He's not gonna like this. He thought that I was just a simple village lad. That didn't work out well. No, what? Oh my god, why? Okay, guys. We done goofed. Oh no. Oh no. That wasn't supposed to happen, guys. It really wasn't. you stop it for what the hell? Okay, mate. That after I boasted so much, that is some mad bullshit. Oh, that's embarrassing, lads. Embarrassing. Okay, we'll take the braces and this. Alright. We'll drink one of these, otherwise we're going to die. We've only got 19... Okay, I guess no running for me. Okay, let's get rid of this thing. Because it's got 0 anyway. There's no point having it. So we're bleeding, but it does last for only a while. So we're going to be relying on marigold decoctions to get our health back, lads. Okay, so I think enemy Cumans are going to start coming up here. There we are. There they are. Come on, don't shoot us, please. There, he's dead. No. Oh damn. Did I hit his foot or leg? I think I hit his leg actually. Okay, that's not. No. Damn it. God damn. No. Okay. Okay, let's go back up. So we need to drink another marigold decoction before we die. So I know I boasted a lot, but I never said it was going to be easy, lads. Because after all, he's a simple village lad. So he can't even do ripostes, and his stats are pathetically low right now. But trust me, without all the little tips and tricks in the training beforehand, you'd be having an even harder time. Why are you there? Why? Lads, I may be forced to restart. Yes, lads. I know I boasted, but I'm gonna have to restart. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do. See, it... Okay, lads, I'm so sorry. That was actually embarrassing after the boasting I did. But this time, I'm gonna get it right. And I'll beat these guys. So it just shows you how dangerous they actually are. Like, one single guy can easily kill you, but simply because you don't have ripostes or a shield. Stop overloading me, you bitch. We'll get rid of that. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to go up here, and this is where we were supposed to go last time, but I didn't. And this is where we're going to fight that Cuman that's chasing us down from the castle. Oh my god. No. No, why? No, don't do that. Don't miss like that for no reason. Pete's sake. We may have to restart again simply because the aiming is dodge. Okay, he's dead at last. That was very stupid, lads. And we'll throw out this because it's done. It shows you how incredibly difficult this game is, lads. Like, if I had the riposte, I could fight them all day long and completely destroy them, but I don't. So archery is my only option. But actually, rather than defeating every single enemy on the map, because that's just going to waste your time and mine, we'll continue with the main story. Like, it is a tiny bit unnecessary, so... So these are the enemies that were originally chasing me up the hill. But I guess I should have been on the road since the very beginning. No, mate, no. Christ, what on earth? Okay, there we go. Whew. The guy's dangerous. Ooh, another lockpick. So we've finally got a dagger with 100 durability. Let's toss out this one. And I think there's another one that starts chasing us very soon. This is why I shouldn't have ate that food, lads. Because now you get clumsy. What, 3? No, leave me alone.
Don't touch me! I'll kill you!
So best thing to do in an archery battle, move around, because their accuracy is great, but obviously there's no homing mechanic. Okay, we're gonna rock up. Damn! There we are. There we are, lads. We're gonna loot our stuff back. Take his bandage. Take his groschen. Okay. I'm gonna have to drink another marigold decoction. It's a shame we only came out of this with like, I think 8. But yeah, after we go and save that lady up there that's crying, we'll have pretty much saved everyone. Well, we'll have killed all the Cumans.
You pigs! Don't touch me! Or I'll kill
Huh. Should we? Is it better? No, it's bad.
Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
So this is a mission and it increases your reputation. It's good stuff. So that one behind him is actually a captain, and we need to get away from that bugger. Oh god, we've died, we're dead, we've screwed up. See, that's a riposte, lads, that's a riposte. So that one's starting to die over there, the one that we've shot twice already. So we just need to survive this guy somehow. Okay. So this actually, it's really hard to fight without riposte, because your enemies always have riposte, every single one does. How is he even fighting so fast? He goes like 2 times the speed we can. Okay, Lads, we did it! We did it. We did it. By some kind of miracle, we survived that. Let's drink another one of these. Christ. Our guy's going to get so fat after this. Poor guy. So the Cuman ones are just better. Alright, let's now kill the next guy. Oh, I have no arrows. That was my issue. I was wondering what was going on. So lads, we've pretty much done it. We've killed all the enemy Cumans on the map. Well, not yet, but we will have. All thanks to the tips and tricks I showed you and the diligent training we put in at the very start during the Skalitz arc. We started off by killing Skalitz soldiers, and now we're able to kill Cuman enemy invaders. I thought this guy was almost dead. What's going on? Did the guy like heal himself somehow? There we are. There we are. Bro, I don't want your hunting arrows. They're crap. I will take this though because it's better than our current one, and we have the stats for it. We'll drop that because we don't need it. So he has a Cuman axe. Is that better than my axe? I suspect it is. Okay. So Cooper's axe. Yeah, Cuman axe is just much better. Takes less space, does more damage. We're golden. Cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on with the series. We have now killed every single Cuman on the map, and just imagine, if we hadn't done all that training, all that work, we wouldn't have been able to kill a single one. So, it was definitely worth it, lads. And there's also a place you can lockpick just here. And there's also some more up the road backwards from the objective. But I'm not going to bother going all the way back there. So they're in little huts. One of them is burnt down, I think. And there might be a bunch of corpses there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, let's continue with the main mission. We've now got to escape, but we're going to have Cumans on our ass, constantly shooting arrows at us. So the only thing that we can really... Well, I have managed to kill them all before, but what we're going to do is just run, simply because I can't aim like that. Yeah, so we get shot right in the leg. So yeah, let's start running. I mean, I'm actually willing to, if you guys want me to. I could try and kill them all. I mean, I potentially can.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only that far behind us. And we're bleeding from the initial shot to the leg. This is at times like these that you want a shield for, because if they shoot you in the back, well, your shield is on your back at all times, so it shields you. Like, I've played through this before, and I've actually had a chase on horses, and having them behind, having the shield on my back has saved me.
Go! They'll kill you all! Yeah.
Alright. Oh no, we missed.
Yeah.
It's never good to miss.
Ah!
Alright, screw this. I'm running. Please leave me alone, guys. Like, why are you chasing the soul guy on a horse? Ooh, that went right by our neck. That could have been bad. So as usual, guys, in a bow fight, always try to move side to side so it makes it harder for them to aim. And yeah, hopefully you'll survive.
They've torn Skalitz. Warn the others. They've torn Skalitz.
Yeah, our horse's stamina is low, so we're screwed. But there's nothing we can do. The horse is set in the script. So we just gotta risk it. There we are. We've ridden to Talmberg.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skalitz has been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone!
Like,
Get
it
your
just
asses here!
it shows you that the game doesn't expect you to have any good gear at this point, because all the cutscenes will always be in Henry's normal default spawn gear. So at this point, we're going to learn to bandage our own wounds, and that's going to be great. And then after that, we can also learn how to do ripostes as well, and that is going to be epic.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tartars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
That's going to suck. Oh, he dealt with that like a man.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe.
That's not good.
What's your name, boy?
I'm
It
Henry,
is John.
son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
So it's from here that the game really starts, in my opinion. So Skalitz, Ulrich being a villager, obviously it was different in our case because we were actively trying to get better gear, trying to raise our skills, murdering people, mugging people, and stealth takedowning people. So if this was a normal game at this point, this is where you really start. It's from here that you start doing combat, you get better gear, etc, etc. We already have some pretty decent stuff. So yeah, we can get straight into that. And we won't have to waste any time gathering new gear.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Yep, that sounds good to me, mate.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Our guy does it anyway.
Must eat.
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
Stuff did, mate. Stuff. You know how it is. Stuff and things.
Oh, my word.
Right. Now that we've eaten, we need to go bed,
Oh,
mates.
good
I'm
God.
sorry about what happened to you, but it's no excuse for rudeness.
How was I
I need
rude?
to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
What did I do? Odd. I don't remember being particularly rude. Right, let's go to sleep, lads. We'll sleep for as long as we can. Our energy won't quite reach maximum, but it'll do. Oh, they're waking me up already. So I think this might be the thirsty Lady Stephanie.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I met my friends right next to the Skalitz ale house. When we heard Deutsch praising Sigismund, our blood boiled. My mates decided to teach that fool to mind his tongue. So, thanks to us, Deutsch had to scrape horse shit off his newly whitewashed house.
How foul.
I know, right? That was
When
my
I'd done
reaction.
all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare. Bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
True.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party,
The knights in full armor saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbors to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yep, sad story.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
Free will, mate.
God
Free will.
alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Oh, he's a happy boy.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Well,
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
actually, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be ending this episode here. So if you'd like us to keep smashing out more content, you know what to do. Please leave a like and subscribe. And if possible, please support the channel by telling your friends, family and fellow gamers about us so they can enjoy the content too. So we're going to be smashing out more tips and tricks. So I'll be explaining the story as well as the best ways to do them, as well as little tricks and tips to get you through them easier and set yourself up early in the game. Alright, I'll be seeing you in the next episode. Peace!